I wanted to come humble myself and apologize in public, not in private, not trying to send a text, not on the phone, because that's weak. I really want to look Lauren in her face and express how I am genuinely sorry that the word bitch was said. It was definitely on the front of my mind to get to her so I can alleviate any tension that we had. I'm completely sorry. You have done nothing but been open to me. We've only had great conversations, and so you don't deserve that. And I'm putting you in a situation where you feel bad.
Yeah, I was embarrassed.
And I am also, by the way. But it's not about me. I can't imagine how you feel. So I just wanted to say that I apologize. And
Thank you. I feel like you're being authentic.
You can let it marinate a little bit. I mean, you can.
I appreciate it. 100%. Apologizing, it's impactful because I believe 100% that Vince is truly remorseful. I accept your apology.
Well, I appreciate that.
I think that Vince has learned from his actions. He seems like a very caring man, and I see him in a different light.
Well, hey guys, welcome to Little Blackbird 91. Listen, I want to be honest with you. This is a very interesting situation. Should she forgive him and reconcile since he called her the B word? It's a very difficult conversation. I'm not answering that today. What I'm talking about is seduction. Today I'm talking about seduction because there is that was one word that could have destroyed the seduction, and it's that particular word. And there's a few of them, of course, but when you're getting to know somebody, one of the things you don't want to become is an insensitive brute. Okay, it's somebody who just is and it says whatever comes out of their mind. Especially when it's insulting to the individual person. Someone like Lauren, I think she'll end up forgiving him. If I'm honest with you, I'm gonna be real with you. She sounds like she likes him a lot, and she's gonna end up forgiving him as well. Whether that's right or wrong, that's another conversation we'll have another time. But when you're trying to seduce somebody, you're trying to draw them into your world, you're trying to entice them, you insulting them in this manner, it wasn't actually even to her face for her to be able to determine whether he was joking, making a little bit of a naughty comment or whatever. It was a comment that was said behind her and was told to other women. So number one, we've got public embarrassment. That's another aspect of anti-seductive behavior, which is what Robert Greene talks about in his book of Art of Seduction, right? This is anti-seductive because, number one, there is public embarrassment. I just want you to understand that, you know what I mean? And the embarrassment was that when she was talking to the girls knew about this truth and did not tell her until she challenged the truth, and then they told her, girl, it was about you. Now, again, that's another conversation as to why the girls waited until Lauren spoke up before they really said who it was. I don't know why they took it that way and not just tell her straight. Humiliation doesn't help seduction. It only brings hostility within reason, of course, because some people like to be humiliated as a seduction. So this is different. That is part of a kink we won't talk about, right? But she overheard some information. She went to defend him amongst the group, and within that defending him amongst the group, what ended up happening is that she actually got embarrassed because she was defending somebody who she did not know had actually spoken ill of her. So it was public disrespect, and she was endorsing his reputation and saying, hey, let me find out why he said it, what he said, because I got a good relationship with him in the sense, right? It was socially embarrassing, but not only that, it then united. It then alienated her from the group, because once you're defending him, the girls are like, girl, you defended that man when he's saying X, Y, and Z about you. So now not only has she got public embarrassment, she's also been separated and isolated from the group in some sense of the word. It's going to be very hard for her to come back into the group because she defended the man. Just to be honest with you, okay? Because the man is a common enemy here, all right? So the insult is going to hurt even more because really and truly, right, she's having to defend you, but she also at the same time had to put her neck on the line only to find out that you actually did say these things. That's tight. And not only that, he then loses an ally amongst the ladies when it comes to this game, right? Because now all the other ladies are now aware that he speaks like this to you. Now, of course, I said this, private conversations, all of us have said some dumbass stuff. I ain't gonna lie to you. If everybody exposed your private conversations, you look like an idiot, okay? But irrespective, it wasn't private enough because you spoke enough for all the girls to hear at least part of that information. That's the problem he has, which means you're too loose with your mouth, and actually your real thoughts in that time about this young lady, you don't respect her, right? You don't respect her. And that this word B word shouldn't even be coming out your mouth for anybody, but then it comes out for somebody you might even like. We have to question whether you really like this woman in general, right? And so it makes the insult even more worse because now she has to deal with your verbal injury and then deal with the ladies and now recognize that actually the connection between you and her also seems lost. And actually, I felt really bad for her because in this moment, if you look at her eyes, the way she's looking at him,
Marinate a little bit. I mean, you can.
I appreciate it. 100%.
now she might be a little bit drunk. I ain't gonna lie to you. She might be a little bit drunk. Okay, all right. She might be a little bit drunk, but I felt a little bit of sadness coming to her eyes in that moment where I felt like the light had dimmed a little bit. You know, maybe she's heard this before because again, it's not only did he say the B word, he actually described her height, which we already know she felt some type of way about because she was, you know, telling us how she had 3 tall, strong individuals, of children, and then she talks about her height, how men can be intimidated. So this was already a big, not want to say insecurity per se, but it was something that was notable. So the fact that he calls her a tall B is crazy work, right? So not only are we hitting on potentially an insecurity, we're also insulting her whilst in that space too, right? It's degrading. And in that space, this is anti-seductive because you're ruining the emotional safety, okay? You're ruining the admiration that you would have got, right? And also within that, you are destroying the respect that she would have had for you. We're trying to pull that person in, not puncture them and injure them, right? So now Laura's going to be in a space of being very hyper vigilant. She's got to be defensive. She has to, you know, watch her back now. Anything you do say can be used against you in a court of law, okay? And so immediately this is turning her off, bro. And the thing is, whilst I don't believe this always happens in real life, there are real life examples of this thing happening, right? Where a man says something stupid out of his mouth about women, something misogynistic. And within that space, without there being a curation of recognizing that you're speaking in a way that is actually downcasting on women, you're not going to recognize that you're being anti-seductive. As women grow and allowed to be more educated, allowed to have more freedom, allowed to have more money, they can make better choices, bro. They don't have to settle with you. So this whole, I can be a brute and say whatever I want, nah, cuzzy. Yeah, you can say whatever you want, but there's consequences, right? And so, you know, maybe Vince may not recognize this. There's some work to do here. There's some work to do. There's some work to do behind the background as to why he's calling someone a tall B, right? And so I want to let you guys know, for the mandem out here and for the ladies too, this should also be a heavy turnoff. The question of whether she should, you know, accept the apology and reconcile is a completely different conversation. But I'm here to let you know that what Vince did was anti-seductive because he destroyed that safe space. He broke her trust and she defended him and he embarrassed her as well. That's very difficult to be seductive after that. And some of you people do that in your relationships, not only just in, you know, a dating show. Some of you do that in your actual marriages and your actual relationships. You treat your partner like crap and you talk to them like crap. And then you think why they don't want to sleep with you. You think why they don't want to cook for you. You think why they don't want to hold you, hug you. You wonder why they don't want to be close to you. Some of you, your mouths, they stink. You got awful lips. I need you to fix that. Okay, I'll just be real with you. Some of you, you know, you got a foul mouth and you've called it, oh, I'm just a truth teller. No, you're nasty with your mouth, just like Vince was. It's very nasty, right? And put her in a nasty position as well, right? And the last thing is also as well, public embarrassment is also public exposuring of your partner. When you publicly expose your partner to the world to be attacked, bro, you've exposed both of you actually. So there's actually not just a shame on her, it's a shame on you too. That's what the Bible says, love covers a multitude of sins. And I hope that here in this instance, while he's apologized, there'll be a change of behavior, not just a change of what, not just an apology of what he says. Because if we find out he calls another woman a B word, we have to hold him accountable. Right? He's got a daughter. Is this how you want to talk about your daughter? Probably not. Right? But hey, look, I'm going to leave it there. Make sure you guys like, you share, you subscribe, you click on that bell button for notifications of the uploads. We appreciate you. This seduction thing is not easy, but baby, Lauren ain't going to be seduced by anybody called Vince anytime soon. Appreciate you.